Okay, so we're going to have a go at editing a source that we've brought into Photoshop. So it's something that we've done in the studio, in this instance a painting that we've used watercolour with a little bit of salt. We've scanned it in and then we'll bring it into Photoshop. And it's just how we can use those elements to support our digital work. And I often find it gives your work a much greater sense of depth. So here's our painting. In the first instance, we can keep it really simple. We can just go Image, Adjust, Hue Saturation. And we can just play with the hue saturation. Now I'm making a background for my space scene. So I'm just going to play around. And I want that sense of depth to it, which I'm starting to get there. I'm going to hit OK. Now I could go Image Adjust and play with any of these settings to get all sorts of fantastic approaches, and that's something you just have a play with, and maybe I'll make another video. But what I wanted to do was show you how I can highlight certain sections on this piece to give it even more depth. So to keep things simple, I'm going to use the lasso tool, and I'm going to select very carefully one section. Done. So I've selected that area, and again using the same process, Image Adjust, Hue Saturation, I can make that bit look a little bit darker, and what it'll do, which you should be able to see, is give it this sense of depth that we're looking back into the scene. And there we go. Hit OK. I can go Control D, which is the same as select, deselect, Control D, select, deselect. I'm going to press Control D, deselect it, and there's my image. I could then play around again with my Image Adjust and my hue saturation, my colour balance, or any of these, and you just have a little play with them and you'll see the different effects you can achieve. But this video was just about how you can bring in an image, a painting from the studio, and with just a simple adjustment make it useful for some digital work. I could obviously go in here, for example, and I could bring this little, what to me looks like a little star. Select it like that, and I could go Image, Adjust, and rather than hue saturation this time, I could just use my brightness and my contrast. I'm just going to brighten that up. Don't want to do it too much. Control D, and then brought that star out a little bit. So there's a few different approaches you can use to really give your work in the studio a new sense of depth. Okay,